Continuing the previous episode. In this video, we will take a closer look at the members of the Mary Poppins film crew, the people who created a golden age of cinema and left an indelible mark on the hearts of millions of viewers. Although the film has long since ended, the faces that created miracles on the screen still live forever in the memories of fans. However, behind the halo are tragic life stories, difficult fates that not everyone knows. Today, we would like to express our deep gratitude to them, those who sacrificed their youth, talent and passion to bring the audience a classic, timeless work. This is not only an opportunity to recall the magical moments they brought, but also an opportunity for us to better understand the worries they had to endure behind the curtain. Let's join us in paying tribute to these great people. Cyril Delavan was born on February 23, 1889 in London, England, and is best remembered for his role as Mr. Grubbs in Mary Poppins, 1964, a unique character in the film's charming cast. He had a long and distinguished career on both stage and screen, appearing in many works from the early 20th century. With his dignified appearance and calm demeanor, Delavan was often cast as dignified older men in British films. However, behind that brilliant career was a life of much pain. In 1916, in the early years of World War I, Delavan married his first wife. But tragedy struck when she died shortly thereafter, leaving him with a great void and inconsolable pain, causing him to live a secluded life for many years. He later found happiness with his second wife, but fate was cruel when she struggled with chronic illness for many years before passing away, once again plunging Delavan into loneliness and loss. In his later years, Delavan also struggled with lung disease, a serious illness that eventually took his life. On December 13, 1975, he passed away at the age of 86 from lung cancer, leaving behind a proud artistic legacy and a touching life story. Arthur Mallet, September 24, 1927 to May 18, 2013, was an English actor, best known for his role as Mr. Dawes Jr. in the classic film Mary Poppins, 1964. Born in Leon-the-Solent, Hampshire, England, Mallet moved to the United States to pursue an acting career, appearing primarily on stage and television before moving into film. Mallet was known for his gentle demeanor, often playing older, quirky, or sweet characters. In Mary Poppins, his charming and humorous portrayal of Mr. Dawes Jr., the son of a wealthy banker, contributed to the film's success. He was also beloved for his roles in Halloween, 1978, Hook, 1991, and Young Frankenstein, 1974. He spent the last years of his life in pain and loneliness. As old age approached, his health began to decline. He suffered from severe respiratory problems, making each day a struggle. Arthur also felt a deep sense of loneliness, as many of his close friends and colleagues passed away, leaving him in the silence of old age. On May 18, 2013, he passed away in Santa Monica, California, at the age of 85. Mallet's final sufferings are a poignant reminder of the cruelty of time, but his legacy on screen will live on forever. Marjorie Eaton, February 5, 1901, April 21, 1986, was an American actress, painter, and artist, best known for her role as Miss Persimmon, the old lady in the park, in the classic film Mary Poppins, 1964. Born in Oakland, California, Eaton grew up in an artistic family, which shaped her passion for creativity from a young age. Before her success in the film industry and as a talented painter, she turned to the film industry and quickly made her mark through supporting roles on stage, television, and film. With her petite stature and classical demeanor, Eaton was often cast as an eccentric older woman, contributing to the setting and the main character. In Mary Poppins, despite her brief appearance, Eaton's character Miss Persimmon adds color to the enchanting park setting. She spent her final years in pain and loneliness. As old age approached, she faced serious health problems, especially heart and respiratory problems, which weakened her. Unmarried and living alone, Eaton lacked the care and comfort of her family, leading to a rather quiet final life. Close colleagues in the industry passed away one by one, leaving her in a sense of isolation. However, she maintained her love of art until the end. On April 21, 1986, Marjorie Eaton passed away in Palo Alto, California, at the age of 85. Although her final years were filled with sadness, her artistic legacy continues to live on in the hearts of her beloved audience. Colin Campbell, born on January 20, 1883 in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Campbell appeared in Mary Poppins, 1964, as a bank teller. Although it was a small role, He left an impression with his charismatic presence and calm demeanor. Campbell's career spanned decades, focusing on supporting roles, which he always portrayed with professionalism and dedication. He also appeared in many television shows such as The Street and The Mood, affirming his position in the art industry. However, his life was not without challenges. In the late 1970s, he faced great pain when he lost his beloved father, an event that deeply affected his psychology. Campbell's married life was also full of turmoil when his first marriage to actress Sarah broke up after many conflicts. But he did not give up hope, married again and built a happy family with 2 children, Michael and Lucy. Despite the turmoil, Campbell found peace in his later years. He died on March 25, 1966, at the age of 83, of natural causes. His life was a testament to resilience, both artistically and personally, leaving a lasting legacy for those who loved him. Paul Frees, June 22, 1920, November 2, 1986, was an American voice actor and actor. Best known for his role as Barnyard Horse in Mary Poppins, 1964. With his rich voice and versatile acting skills, Frees is one of the greatest voice actors of all time, leaving a lasting impression on the entertainment industry. Born in Chicago, Illinois, Paul Frees began his career as a radio actor before moving into voice acting and film. He was nicknamed the Man with 1,000 Voices for his ability to voice a variety of characters with distinct styles. In Mary Poppins, Frees brought to life Barnyard Horse, a small character who added to the magic of the film. He spent the last years of his life in great pain. He suffered from serious health problems, especially heart disease and diabetes, which quickly deteriorated his health. The stress of his work and personal life also contributed to his frequent bouts of loneliness and depression. Frees' personal life was not smooth as he went through several failed marriages, leaving him feeling empty towards the end of his life. However, he continued to work tirelessly, finding solace in the art of voice acting, which he had been passionate about all his life. On November 2, 1986, Paul Frees passed away at his home in Tiburon, California, at the age of 66, due to complications related to heart disease. His passing left a deep sorrow in the hearts of his fans, but his artistic legacy will live on in the magical voices he created. Don Barkley, born December 26, 1892 in Ashland, Oregon, USA, was a talented actor with a long career, especially remembered for his role as Mr. Blee, the comical servant in Mary Poppins, 1964. With his distinctive voice and impeccable comedic timing, Barkley brought a charm to the film that contributed to its particular appeal. Despite his supporting roles, he remained a regular in many films and television shows over the decades, including The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, proving his acting chops. Although a respected actor in Hollywood, Barkley never achieved the same level of fame as some of his contemporaries. However, his contributions to comedy are undeniable. Aside from his career, Barkley had a stable family life, being married to actress and singer Beatrice Roberts, with whom he had 2 children. However, his personal life was not without its challenges, especially after the loss of many close friends, including his longtime friend and beloved colleague Jack Benny, who died in 1974. In his later years, Barkley struggled with serious health problems, especially heart disease, which took a heavy toll on him. He eventually passed away on October 16, 1975, at the age of 82. Although he was not an A-list star, Barkley's legacy in the entertainment industry and his ability to make audiences laugh will always be remembered. Daws Butler, November 16, 1916, May 18, 1988, was an American voice actor, best known for his many roles in animated and live-action films, including the role of Turtle Penguin in Mary Poppins, 1964. Although his role as Turtle Penguin in this film was only a small one, Daws Butler's distinctive voice and ability to transform made him an unforgettable impression on audiences. Born in Toledo, Ohio, Daws Butler began his acting career at an early age and quickly became recognized as one of Hollywood's top voice actors. He was the voice of many classic characters in Warner Brothers and Hanna-Barbera cartoons, including Yogi Bear, Snagglepuss, Quick Draw McGraw, and Huckleberry Hound. His roles were notable not only for his voice acting ability but also for his ability to express emotions through each character. In addition to his voice acting career, Daws Butler also made important contributions to the development of animated characters in television and film. He helped shape a generation of voice artists, enriching the animation library and inspiring young artists later on. Daws Butler passed away in 1988, leaving behind a great legacy in the voice acting industry. With the legendary characters he created, his dedication has made him one of the greatest names in the history of animated cinema. Harvey Evans is an American actor, dancer and voice artist, best known for his role as a dancer in the film Mary Poppins, 1964. Especially for his famous dancing scene in the song Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious with other characters. As one of the chimney sweeps in the film, Harvey Evans demonstrated his dancing skills and grace, contributing to the charm and fun of the film. Born on May 26, 1934 in New York, Evans began his artistic career at a young age, studying dance and performing on Broadway. He became a talented dancer and featured in musicals, where he participated in notable roles. Along with his stage career, Evans also participated in many film projects, especially in musicals and comedies, where he had the opportunity to show off his dancing and singing talents. In Mary Poppins, although Evans' role was not a major one, he contributed to one of the most memorable performances in the film. His dynamic and rhythmic dancing along with the other actors brought a joyful, light-hearted, and colorful atmosphere to the film, helping to create one of the best musicals of all time. He passed away on August 6, 2018, at the age of 84, after a long life of dedication to the arts. Although his death did not attract widespread attention, it marked the end of an era in the entertainment industry, when talented artists like Evans continued to work quietly and contribute to popular culture. His suffering before his death was not publicized, but it is certain that, like many other artists, he faced difficulties in maintaining his career and coping with the changing industry. Stuart Holmes, although only playing a small role in Mary Poppins, 1964, as a bank clerk, left a strong impression thanks to his commanding presence and ability to differentiate each character. Although not a major role, he demonstrated a unique acting talent, contributing to the success of the film. Holmes' career spanned decades, appearing in nearly 450 films, especially during the golden age of Hollywood. Thanks to his serious appearance and ability to bring depth to each role, he was successful in portraying diverse characters, whether in supporting or leading roles. Holmes' personal life was not so smooth. After experiencing the tragic loss of his first wife, actress and dancer Virginia Brown, who died at a very young age, he faced great grief. His second marriage to actress Marguerite King ended in divorce after 15 years, leaving him heartbroken. Loss and isolation haunted him throughout the years that followed. The death of his close friend and co-star further depressed him. Health problems, especially stomach ailments, weakened his health and affected his quality of life in his later years. Stuart Holmes died on December 29, 1971, at the age of 87, leaving behind a remarkable artistic legacy but also one marked by personal pain and loss. Peter Ellenshaw, born April 24, 1913 in London, England, was a famous background artist and one of Disney's most prominent scenic designers. In Mary Poppins, 1964, Ellenshaw did not appear as an actor but as the man behind the colorful and magical scenes, especially the background paintings and special effects, including the penguin servants. Over a long career, Ellenshaw worked with Disney on many famous projects, including 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, 1954, and The Sword in the Stone, 1963. His contributions were mainly in the field of design and visual effects, creating impressive landscapes and sets that helped highlight the stories in the films. He was known for his creative talents, helping to create magical worlds and timeless images in Disney animated and feature films. Ellenshaw received many awards and recognitions throughout his career, including the prestigious Academy Award for Technical Achievement. After retiring from the film industry, he continued to contribute to the arts and inspire generations of artists. Peter Ellenshaw passed away on February 12, 2007 at the age of 93. But his great contributions continue to influence the world of cinema and visual arts. Glynis Johns was born on October 5, 1923 in Pretoria, South Africa, and is best known for her role as Winifred Banks, the vibrant, progressive mother in Mary Poppins, 1964. With her distinctive voice and magnetic presence, she became one of the most beloved icons of British cinema. Glynis's career was rich and varied, with notable roles in The Sundowners, 1960, and A Little Night Music, 1977, where she demonstrated her natural singing talent. Her personal life was relatively private. Glynis was married twice, but both marriages ended in divorce. She had a daughter from her second marriage, but her personal life was not complete as she struggled with deep loneliness. Her grief was compounded by the death of her close friend, a fellow actress, who died of cancer, a loss that devastated her both mentally and physically. Despite this, Glynis Johns continued to work and contribute to her art until her final years. She passed away peacefully on January 4, 2024 at the age of 100 from natural causes, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and timeless talent. Matthew Garber was born on March 25, 1956 in Stephanie, London, England. He is best remembered for his role as Michael Banks in Mary Poppins, 1964, where he played the mischievous and curious boy Michael in the Banks family. Garber's performance, with its brightness and childlike joy, won the hearts of audiences and promised a brilliant film career. However, after Mary Poppins, Garber chose à quitter life, appearing in only one more film, Gomme Mobile, 1967. Before retiring from the entertainment industry, Garber's life was then abruptly interrupted by a serious illness. In 1977, he contracted severe hepatitis, and despite intensive medical treatment, he died at the age of 21 on June 13, from complications of hemorrhagic valvular ulceration, a rare and dangerous disease. Garber's death was a huge blow to the entertainment industry, especially since he was young and promising, and had yet to truly realize his full potential. His passing left a void, leaving audiences and fans wondering how big a star he could have become if he had lived longer and continued to pursue his passion. Frank Baker, born October 11, 1892 in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, was a talented actor, best remembered for his role as the banker in Mary Poppins, 1964. His acting career spanned decades, with notable roles in films such as The Lady Vanishes, 1938, and The Prisoner of Zenda, 1952. With his elegant looks and ability to portray authoritative characters, Baker established himself as a familiar face in British cinema. However, Baker's personal life was fraught with tragedy. He married twice, but both marriages ended in tragedy. His second wife died in a car accident, a loss he struggled to cope with for many years. The early death of his close friend, film legend Claude Rains, also left a deep wound in his heart, and Baker's health gradually declined in his later years. Despite his brilliant acting career, Frank Baker's final years became dark and gloomy. He increasingly struggled to maintain a public image, living in isolation and facing prolonged grief. Baker died on December 30, 1980, at the age of 88, of natural causes. Although his career left a deep mark on cinema, his life was haunted by loss and pain. Reginald Owen, born August 5, 1887 in Wheat Hampstead, Hertfordshire, England, was a veteran actor, best known for his role as Admiral Boomer in Mary Poppins, 1964. With his striking looks and commanding presence, Owen excelled in playing eccentric characters, especially retired naval officers. His career spanned more than 5 decades, beginning in the silent era and continuing into Hollywood's golden age. Owen starred in many notable films, including A Christmas Carol, 1938, as Scrooge, demonstrating his versatility in playing both villainous and benevolent characters. Although Owen's career flourished, his personal life was tumultuous. After marrying in the 1930s, he went through an unhappy marriage, and later decided not to remarry and had no children. Instead, he focused on his work and acting career. As he aged, Owen faced health problems, especially heart problems. His final years were spent battling illness, and on November 5, 1972, he died at the age of 85 from a heart attack. Reginald Owen left a lasting legacy in the film industry, especially through his iconic performances. But his life was also filled with personal challenges and losses. David Tomlinson was born on May 7, 1917 in Henley-on-Thames, Oxfordshire, England. He is best known for his role as George Banks in Mary Poppins, 1964, portraying a stern but loving father in what is considered one of the most memorable roles in film history. A versatile actor, Tomlinson also made his mark in films such as The Love Bug, 1968, and Bedknobs and Broomsticks, 1971, where he brought humor and charm to the role. Despite his successful career, Tomlinson's personal life was fraught with tragedy. He suffered the loss of his first marriage, which soon fell apart, and his second marriage was also short-lived, leaving him emotionally scarred. His greatest tragedy was the death of his son, who struggled with mental health issues and died by suicide in the 1990s. This deep grief affected an already vulnerable Tomlinson. He died on June 24, 2000, at the age of 83, leaving behind a legacy of a gifted artist who also suffered greatly in his life. Robert Banas was an American actor and dancer, Best known for his role as chimney sweep in the film Mary Poppins, 1964. Bannis was involved in one of the film's most iconic scenes, joining Dick Van Dyke and other actors in performing amazing moves in the Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious and Step in Time scenes. Bannis was a talented dancer who frequently appeared in musicals and musical film projects. He had a memorable career, but it was not without its pain. Born into poverty, he faced many hardships, including health problems such as back pain and heart disease, which affected his work and spirit. Before his death at the age of 59, Bannis also faced financial hardship and loneliness, lacking the support of his family. His death, due to a sudden heart attack, was a tragic end to a challenging life. However, his contributions to Mary Poppins, especially the vibrant choreography, are still remembered. Marjorie Bennett was a talented actress, best known for her role as Miss Lark in Mary Poppins, 1964, where she portrayed the old woman in the park. Born on January 15, 1896, in Denver, Colorado, Bennett had an acting career that spanned decades. She appeared in many films and television shows, often in supporting roles. With her comedic talents and ability to portray colorful, eccentric characters. In Mary Poppins, Bennett's role as Miss Lark, a character who appeared briefly but left a strong impression on the audience, contributing to enriching the magical world of the film. Although her screen time was short, Bennett's presence highlighted the charm and charisma of the film. Bennett also had a long career on both the big screen and television, with roles on The Twilight Zone, The Dick Van Dyke Show and The Lucy Show, where she brought her characters to life. Bennett kept her personal life relatively private, but her career continued to flourish in the years following Mary Poppins. Her ability to bring warmth and personality to each character made her a beloved figure in Hollywood. Marjorie Bennett passed away on October 14, 1982, at the age of 86. Despite her passing, her legacy lives on, especially through her memorable performance in Mary Poppins. Retta Shaw was born on September 13, 1912, in South Paris, Maine, USA. In Mary Poppins, 1964, she brought to life the character of Mrs. Brill, a busy, gruff but humorous cook who added charm to the magical story of the Banks family. Shaw's career spanned over 4 decades, and she was known for playing strong and powerful women. She made an impression in films such as The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, 1966, and The Unsinkable Molly Brown, 1964, but was often relegated to supporting roles, without much opportunity to shine. In her personal life, Shaw was married to actor Harry Boland, but the marriage was troubled and ended in divorce. She never remarried and focused on her career, prioritizing work over family life. In her later years, Shaw's health was weakened by a long-term smoking habit, leading to chronic pneumonia. She died on January 8, 1982, at the age of 69, ending a career remembered for her powerful and individual roles. Hermione Baddeley was born on November 13, 1906 in Broseley, Shropshire, England. She is best remembered for her role as Ellen, the outspoken maid in Mary Poppins, 1964. With a prolific career spanning both stage and screen, Baddeley distinguished herself with talent and versatility in works such as A Christmas Carol, 1951, and The Body Adventures of Tom Jones, 1976. She made her mark as a respected actress in British entertainment, distinguished by her strong and charismatic acting style. However, Baddeley's personal life was not smooth. She married twice, but happiness did not smile on her. Her first marriage to actor Edward Underdown ended in divorce, and her second husband died early, leaving her lonely and heartbroken. Hermione not only faced the loss of her family but also suffered the loss of close colleagues, which left emotional scars that were difficult to heal. After years of battling health problems, she passed away on August 19, 1986, at the age of 79. Despite her trials and losses, Hermione Baddeley remains an icon in the British art world, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and passion for art. Elsa Lanchester was born on October 28, 1902 in Lewisham, London, England. In Mary Poppins, 1964, she played Katie Nana, the stern and outspoken nanny who leaves the Banks family just before Mary Poppins arrives. Lanchester was beloved for her eccentric acting style and vivid characters. Her iconic role in Bride of Frankenstein, 1935, helped Lanchester gain a reputation as one of the most original actresses of Hollywood's golden age. Lanchester had a passionate marriage to actor Charles Laughton, whom she married in 1929. Their relationship, despite many social barriers and Laughton's personal struggles, including her struggles with self-esteem and depression, remained strong and profound. When Lawton died in 1962, Lanchester continued her artistic career but suffered from great loneliness. Despite health problems in her later years, she continued to work in the entertainment industry. She died of pneumonia on December 26, 1986, at the age of 84, closing a chapter in film history and marking the end of Hollywood's golden age. Elsa Lanchester left behind a legacy of immense talent and ability to transform into unforgettable characters. Arthur Treacher, born on July 23, 1894 in Brighton, East Sussex, England, is one of the most memorable figures in film history. In Mary Poppins, 1964, he played the role of the sheriff, a character who represented legitimate but compassionate authority. With his tall stature and refined British accent, Treacher was an ideal choice for roles that required authority. But he also excelled in comedic roles, bringing depth and charm to his characters. Treacher's career spanned several decades, especially in the 1930s and 1940s, with notable supporting roles in a series of films. Although he never became a leading man, he maintained a steady and lasting career in the film and television industry. However, Treacher's personal life was not easy. He married twice, his first wife being Dorothy, and his second marriage to Mabel Treacher was a low-key affair that lasted until his death. In his later years, Treacher struggled with health problems, particularly obesity, which led to his death on December 14, 1975, at the age of 81, from heart failure. His passing marked the end of a distinguished career in both film and television. Treacher left behind a strong legacy, associated with the image of a powerful, calm and warm man who was always loved and respected by audiences. Ed Wynn, born November 9, 1886 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA. Ed Wynn was a popular comedian, beloved for his infectious laughter. He made his mark as Uncle Albert in Mary Poppins, 1964, a quirky and charming character who embodied a mixture of joy and sadness. His laughter not only lit up the stage, but also masked the difficulties in his personal life. Wynn began his career in vaudeville radio shows and soon moved to Broadway before entering the film industry. He starred in popular films such as The Diary of Anne Frank, 1959, and voiced characters in Disney productions such as Alice in Wonderland, 1951. In his personal life, Ed Wynn married Hilda Keenan in 1914, and they had 2 children, including actor Keenan Wynn. However, his marriage to Hilda did not last and ended in divorce. He then married Olive Stokes. But this relationship also did not last and ended in separation. In particular, he suffered great pain when his wife and son died in a tragic accident. These losses further highlighted the complexity of Wynn's life. A man capable of laughter but also suffering from secret sadness. Jane Darwell, born October 15, 1879 in Palmyra, Missouri, USA, was one of Hollywood's most prominent actresses with a career spanning both the big and small screens. She is best known for her role as the benevolent bird woman in Mary Poppins, 1964, and especially as Mrs. Ma Jode in The Grapes of Wrath, 1940. The role earned her an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, demonstrating her profound acting talent and ability to convey powerful emotions. However, despite her success on screen, Jane Darwell's personal life was filled with pain and loss. She endured 2 unhappy marriages, both of which ended in tragedy. One of her greatest tragedies was the death of her son at a young age, a loss that devastated her for the rest of her life. In her later years, Darwell faced serious financial difficulties and health problems, which caused her to become increasingly distant from friends and family. At the same time, she had to deal with the loss of many close friends in the film industry. Jane Darwell died on August 13, 1967, at the age of 87, of a heart attack. Although she was one of the most beautiful faces on screen, her real life was a series of suffering and misfortune. She died without the comfort of her loved ones, leaving behind a great artistic legacy but also a lot of sadness. George Denholm, as pedestrian in the film Mary Poppins, 1964, was a supporting actor who appeared briefly in the film. Although his role was not a prominent or main character in the plot, his presence contributed to the vivid and realistic atmosphere of the world in Mary Poppins. George Denholm was born on March 22, 1916 in London, England. He was an actor famous for his roles in Hollywood films during the 1940s and 1960s. Denholm was not only a film actor, but also appeared in many television shows, where he demonstrated his ability to play supporting roles with poise and memorability. His roles were often appreciated for their subtlety and ability to bring depth to the character. Although he did not have a long and distinguished career like the main stars, George Denholm left his mark through his dedication to the entertainment industry. On the personal side, his life was quite private, with little information recorded. George Denholm died on May 10, 1983, at the age of 67. Although his role in Mary Poppins was a small supporting role, he was still an indispensable part of this classic film. We have just looked back at the emotional stories of the lives and deaths of the actors in the film Mary Poppins, 1964, who brought immortal and unforgettable roles to the audience. Although their lives experienced many difficulties and losses, their contributions to art and cinema will always shine brightly. They will always be remembered and appreciated for their tireless dedication to great works. Thank you for joining us on this journey of remembrance. Please continue to follow the channel so you don't miss out on inspiring stories about great artists in the film industry. Because every life deserves to be told. Don't forget to like and subscribe to update the next videos.